Hello, everybody. This is Football Psych, and I'm Coach Mike.
It's old school Art Sarge!
And it's me, good old Shaq.
Woo! And wow. Hey, are we going to get like some passing or something going? Somebody's got to complete a
Man,
pass.
I got the pigskin warming up. I've been on the field, Shaq. I'm ready to go. And it's gonna be a long ball. So go, Shaq, go, all right. Oh, I'm ready. Woo!
Man, you can't even throw that far.
He had me sprinting after it was a 100-yard pass.
True, you got to get that cardio in, man. We're going old school.
Yeah,
That was like a 100-yard pass right there.
100 yards.
I'm telling you.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Even at Shaq's current speed, man, he ran 100 yards in that time period. All right, everybody. Well, welcome to the show. This is Football Psych, and we have a lot to do. One thing I can guarantee you guys, I can guarantee you, we are not going to lose this week. Come on. Boom. We cannot lose this week.
Oh man, here we go.
Didn't we lose, Shaq?
Hey, man,
Didn't we lose our bye week? I thought we lost the bye week too.
We just lost the bye week. We lost.
Let's score the bye week.
We lost 40-7 during against the bye week. There's no way Denver's going to come in to Washington. I'm gonna tell you right now, it's gonna be way more Broncos fans. It's gonna look like Mile High Stadium over there. Tell me.
I gotta take that slide down then if we already lost the bye week. Man, I thought we couldn't lose.
Oh yeah, no, we about to lose. I have no faith in this team, this organization, the coaching staff. We're too old, we're too banged up, and right now I think they about to start tanking for picks.
All right, well, it's too late to gain picks. It is too late to build a team at this point. We probably don't have to try to tank because we are probably not going to win another game. I actually called that a couple weeks ago. We will not win another game, and I'm standing by that. We will not win another football game.
I'm gonna caveat that. Is that if Jaden Daniels is playing, we won't, or just doesn't matter who they put on the field?
That doesn't matter who they put on the field.
Okay.
It don't matter. And I'm gonna tell you right now, and Dan Quinn didn't really have to think this over. Like if we lose to the Broncos, which we probably will, their offense is too explosive. They're gonna put up maybe 35, 40 points, right? If we get blown out by the Broncos, I think they need to go ahead, leave Jaden Daniels on injured reserve, let him heal, get his body right. Because bringing him back to this organization, this team right now is double negative. Because he could get re-injured and the season's already lost. I wouldn't let Terry McLaurin play this year. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, he's getting the bag, right? So if he's getting the bag, why bring him? Why? I don't get it.
So you're saying we should continue on what we did and get these young guys some playing time to figure out, do we have any keepers going into next year? Do we have anyone we can work with?
That's right. Let the young guys play.
They already cut Jones. They cut Jones, and then they brought him back and signed him back to the practice squad.
Mm-hmm.
Just leave him. Let him play.
I'm gonna be honest. And he's at the highest receiving percentage for out of all of our receivers we had.
Why do we cut him, Shaq? And sign him back to the practice squad? Why?
I don't know. I have no idea. Hey, he needs to be playing.
So typically when you cut somebody signed back to the practice squad, it's intended to put them on the practice squad, right? So, and why would you put them back down? It's only because you're thinking of activating somebody else.
McLaurin.
No, it was Deron Payne.
So, yeah. So you got to make a room for somebody. So you bring the guy in, you tell him, hey, listen, we're putting you on the practice squad, which technically is a cut. And you got to let them sit for 24 hours because they have the waiver wire, and then you can sign it back to their practice squad. So that's what's happening there.
Yeah.
So the idea was always to bring him back. We also got a couple other players that I know that we're looking at bringing back. Noah Brown's one of them. Terry McLaurin's another one. Jaden Daniels is another one when they're healthy. So I hear you guys' points. I actually agree with your guys' points, but from what I'm hearing, from what some of those more subscriber kind of sites are saying, is the intent is to bring them back and play them.
Yep.
And to develop them more. Terry McLaurin has lost a lot of football time, so the idea is to bring him back and have him play to kind of have something where he's back into football, where then we can kind of build it for next year. Same thing with Jaden Daniels, get him through his sophomore season, give him some more reps in, and then take him into the offseason.
So this is where I disagree with that, Coach Man Mike, right? Terry McLaurin has already lost. He's barely played any snaps already. The one game we did have him back, and he was barely on the field. And when he did play, his touchdown, good, great, looked in sync with Jaden Daniels. But we lost him for 4 more weeks. So no. And especially if you're just paying this man $90 million. $90 million. We need him to be healthy and producing next year.
Yeah, I agree with you. But then there's that other sentiment of, hey, I'm paying him, he's going to play. Yeah. I'm not going to write him a whole check just to not do anything. Yeah. Right? I mean, it's a lot of money. You showing out $33 million. You know, you need to earn your keep. You need to go out there and freaking catch something.
Yeah, and then not only that, you talk about Noah Brown coming back. So what? I would rather see Ja'Cory Brooks, Jacoby Jones on the field. Yeah. I would rather see anybody on the field than him. This dude is a bum. I don't know why we re-signed him. He wasn't good with his
for the fans. So just clarify for the fans. I'm not saying any of these are good ideas. I wouldn't do any of these three. I'm just hearing that they're going to bring back Noah Brown. They're going to bring back Terry McLaurin. They're going to bring back Jaden Daniels, and they're going to play him.
Noah Brown should have never been re-signed. Y'all know I hated that.
Yep. So we're going to have fun today because it is the bye week. We're going to have a thing like, okay, and we do this from time to time. What do you do now kind of thing, right? To me, this season's gone. I called it a couple of weeks ago. I stand by that. I don't know why this team and some people are still delusional. Well, hey, if we win out here, there's still mathematically a chance. Well, no, there's not.
No, it's not.
No, there's not.
So there is the only middle of the pack team in the NFC right now is the Cowboys. Mm-hmm. It's either the teams are really, really good or they suck. Only middle of the pack team right now is the Cowboys. They're the only one that's like 5-5-1, something like that. They're middle of the pack team. Everybody else is 2 wins, 3 wins, 4 wins, and then the good teams 8 wins, 9 wins. You know, there's 7 wins. Like there's no middle of the pack.
And our schedule is entirely too tough from here on out. So, and we knew it. We've been saying it since the beginning of the season. We knew like this particular point, if we didn't have our act together, we were going to be done. We're cooked.
Now, I'm going to tell you this right now. It's just me. Depends on what team. You know, these conference games is one thing, right? So it depends. Like the Eagles were exposed yesterday. Their secondary looked trash. George Pickens was picking them apart. CeeDee Lamb would have cooked if he didn't have so many drops, right? The Eagles are looking like a very, very beatable team right now.
Yep.
Saquon Barkley was held in check.
Lions should have beat him without the stupidity of one head coach, which you saw a video on. They were beatable by the Lions. And Dallas, whatever they did at halftime, came back out and put it together and played some of the most inspired football I have seen all year. The most inspired. And George Pickens is superhuman.
It was so
sorry. The man is superhuman.
Now I'm gonna tell you this though, right? So this is the issue with the Cowboys, and I'm glad they had these kind of issues. But they will come out here and they will perform and beat 8-2 Eagles, and then lose next week to like the Dolphins or something like that, right? Yeah. And it just all of this talk just goes away.
Yeah.
So yeah,
that was a lot of grit they showed, and they hung in. They didn't quit. And
so that's what I'm saying. We can never say that. We can never say never. And then again with the Cowboys Redskins rivalry, we play on Christmas Day. I mean, if Jaden Daniels plays that game, I won't be mad because Dallas defense is suspect, very, very suspect, right? Mm-hmm. That offense is the number 1 offense in the league, number 2 in the league right now. If it's going to be a shootout, so why not have your best players on the field for the shootout? I'm not. I mean, I would be mad if they played in that game.
Yeah, so I think that is the plan. I mean, the other thing is it's hard as a coaching staff, it's hard as an organization to let go and just start losing, right? Because your job's on the line, right?
Yep.
You got to show week in and week out that you are fighting. You got to show week in and week out that you're showing leadership in the team, that you're trying to do something, right?
Yep.
And even if Adam Peters dealt you a bad set of cards, you still got to play the games.
Yep.
Right. So as a coaching staff, you got to be like, hey, I got who I got. Next man up, let's roll.
Mm-hmm. Lars Shaw just brought this up too, and he said this before. I agree. Our strength and conditioning program needs to change. It was not only the age of this team, but it was the players as well. The players were soft. They were soft, very soft. So
That's why I got the old school helmet on.
Yeah, like
that's what they need to be wearing. This needs to get like the old Smash Mouth, pound the ball, pound the rock, get in your face and beat them up. Football. Ah!
Yeah.
You know what I think that they need? They need some good old Army grass drills.
Yeah, for real. Yep. Front back goes. They need some front back goes.
Yeah, that's it. Front back go. Front back go.
So you got because they spread out and pass out on the field.
And then not only that, since we're moving forward and we're starting to think about next season already, right? Not only do they need to improve the strength and conditioning, but Dan Quinn needs to really, really sit down and think about his practice schedule. We lose a game on Sunday. It's okay to get the guys off on Monday, right? But they need to be back in that building on Tuesday. They don't need to be coming back to practice on Wednesday, right? Or Thursday. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that.
Yeah, so I don't understand that because, I always believe that when you're in the season, you get 1 day off a week.
Yeah.
You only get 1 day off to handle your personal business and stuff like that. And it's usually a day after a game. And you're hobbling and you're hurt, because you feel like you've been beat up. I get it. But, you should have your affairs in order because it's football.
Yep.
And then you rest during a bye week to try to take care of business, right? And then other than that, you're in the season because you have a long off season. And in the National Football League, you never really have a day off even in the off season. Yep. But if you're going to take some time and you're going to try to handle certain things and blah, 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 you do it then. But when it's football time, I mean, you're pretty much 6 days a week.
And look, and then not only that, right? The days aren't full days. They going out there like the training camp. I was at the training camp. They was out there in the morning from 8 to 11, right? 8 to 11. And then in the afternoon, they're studying film. They're studying film and weight training and stuff like that, right? And they're usually out of the building by 3:30, 4 o'clock. So these are not full days of practice.
Right.
That's
not an 8-hour day.
Yeah.
I think you have a pads practice in the morning. You go back in, you figure crap out, and you get back out in the soft caps out there, and you get out there and you do some touch and you run through what you relearned.
Yeah.
You get it in your head.
So part of the problem is this, year after year, I used to hear these NFL players that, they come out of college and they're like, hey, it's a tough transition to go from college to the NFL. You've got this huge learning curve and then it's just like the speed of the game and all these kinds of things. I heard a couple players in recent years give me a very, very different perspective. Yeah. And they're telling you the NFL has gone soft.
It is. And I was about to say that. And
he goes, because the collective bargaining agreement, the NFL Players Association has built so much in there, they've handcuffed coaches and teams where you only allowed to have so many practices, so many training camps, so many hours that you can work, so much of this area that it's very, very hard to prepare a team.
Yeah.
And then some college players say it's easier. They had to if you went to Alabama or you went to LSU or you went to
any SEC team or you go to Ohio State or one of the Big Ten teams.
We had it harder there because not only did you have to train harder, you were out there longer, but then you had to get ready for classes. You had to take exams. You had to study. When you come to the NFL, man, it's just man, we don't really do anything.
I want to say for the better part of the last decade, a lot of the players that have come into the league, and this was said on multiple occasions, the the speed they do have to adjust to the speed of the game, but the physicality is nothing like it is in college. In college, they still letting them hit.
Yeah,
They're still hitting in college.
And if you go to a true SEC school, I don't think there's a huge speed difference.
No, yeah, that's right. Yep. Now I want you to think about this though, right? Look at this. All these SEC teams, right? Look at the success because they like Alabama, and we talked about Alabama running backs that came in the league, right? There have been a whole bunch of busts that came in the league, right? But look how they just adjusted. Look at Jahmyr Gibbs. Look at Derrick Henry. They just came in and just automatically adjusted to it because they was already used to it. The way Derrick Henry out there manhandling people and stuff like that, he was doing that in college. It's way easier for him now. You know what I'm saying? Because like the players are smaller, they soft, they just fast as hell.
Yeah. Well, I just remember when I was just looking at just our own players, like Jay and Daniels, and then you look at with the Giants, Malik Neighbors. They were both at LSU together.
Yep.
They both immediately came in the NFL and were both major impacts for their teams.
That's right.
Right. So like they're really like their transition to the NFL, I think, coming from an SEC school like LSU was like very easy.
Yep.
And they're probably sitting back there like, man, I don't have to go to class. I don't have to study for tests. I don't have to do this. And the practices aren't as hard.
I got time to make Campbell soup commercials.
I'm talking about and when when they and that's another thing too. And in the preseason, when these guys are out there in training camp, only like one day out the week they fully dress. Only 1 or 2 days out there fully dressed. The rest is just be helmet and shoulder pads. If that, or it may just be a helmet. You know
like that in college.
It ain't like that in college. No,
in college, you might have 2 a days.
That's right. That's right.
You have all this other stuff, right? So like, and they don't do that in the NFL.
Yeah.
So it's just really like a lot of stuff is like you got to be a pro and you got to get there on your own kind of thing.
Yeah, but coach. Okay, so what? You got all the collective bargaining agreement rules. You got all this other stuff going down, but you still got teams winning 8 and 9 games, and other teams winning 2. Everyone's got the same chance
last year.
Everyone's got the same chance to do it, but Dan Quinn waits till Thursday to bring his team in after a loss.
Hey, that's what I said.
I don't get that because, like, during the regular season, those preseason rules aren't there, right? So you can train every single day of the week during the season.
That's right.
What's typically standard is you get the next day off.
Yep.
Right. So because you just played a football game, your body's been hit pretty hard, right? You take your licks, you need a day to kind of recover. Right. And so and guys will still watch film that day.
Yep.
And then you're back at it. By Tuesday, you should already have broken down film. You should have already come together as a group, and you should already have a game plan in place because it's not an off day on Monday for the coaches. The coaches will come in there and already start developing a game plan because when the players show up on Tuesday, they need to be able to articulate, hey, what are we going to do with our next opponent?
Well, it feel like our coaching staff has been on the bye week this whole season.
Oh my gosh. Never they ever, man. I just don't get it. Like, I don't see the emphasis. I don't see the determination like, hey, we got to get to work, guys.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, we are going to look at this, and I will tell you, I'm going to put these slides up here, and some key developments. Noah Brown is in a 21-day practice return protocol. This is a new rule in the NFL, just for those who are not aware of it. Like one of the things that they kind of negotiated is that when you want to bring somebody back from injury, they're kind of back off of IR, but they don't necessarily count against your 53 for the week until instead they get a 21-day protocol. And what happens during that 21-day protocol is they basically are allowed to get back in football shape. Now, you can bring them back and consider them activated anytime during the 21-day period. You can take up to 21 days, but you need to activate them within 21 days of them hitting that protocol. If after 21 days, like they have a setback on an injury or something like that, and they can't do it, then if you put them back on IR, they're out for the year.
Mm-hmm. I still don't understand all this excitement about Noah Brown. Noah Brown's a bum.
Gotcha. But I use this opportunity more to explain a rule than it was about Noah Brown. So,
anyway, Lord, you're killing me.
On the bye week, there's nothing Adam Peters can do with this team. We've missed every single opportunity. As a matter of fact, let me rephrase that. We have blown every opportunity since preseason, we've had many opportunities to improve this team, and we constantly screw it up. We are now out of chances. It's time to start criticizing. Some of our former players have gone on new teams and are doing great. You mentioned Emmanuel Forbes. Jeremy Chin's doing great. Cameron Curl's doing great. Matt Gay's now with the 49ers. I guarantee he's going to do great.
They picked him up quick, didn't they?
Hey, look,
Sure
and I told you, St. Juice too. St. Juice is having a good season out in with the Chargers.
Zacchaeus is producing.
Zacchaeus. Yeah, that's what it is. Zacchaeus is in Chicago producing.
And it's gone nuts.
Yeah, like I mean, I didn't want to keep St. Juice, but I mean, he's having a resurgence. I'm telling y'all, and y'all heard me say this multiple times. This team, I'm telling you, this team is cursed. Look, Montez Sweat was having a
hell of a game.
He was having a hell of a season with us, right? Hell of a career with us. And then next thing you know, he leaves and go to Chicago. Now he's in Pro Bowl talks, man.
Yep.
He's in Pro Bowl talks.
Hey, Lou, you're out there. Please put in the comment box who was the kicker on the Ravens that got suspended for, let's say, hanging his dingle-eagle in the dirt at the massage shops around Baltimore. By the way, it was a 10-week suspension, and guess who was available right now and is not coming back to the Ravens, and we could have got him. Only the best kicker, statistically, in the NFL.
Yep.
Why did we go for Moody when we could have got that guy?
Yeah.
I think suspicion. I don't know.
Well, it's not that. I just think that we're in the time now. We need a kicker now, and then I honestly think that would have been a good pickup for us, but that's long term though. That's long term. Like he's not, and then the way this franchise is set up, we didn't went through all this stuff with the name changes. We didn't went through all this stuff with Daniel Snyder and all that stuff. We just don't want no issues right now. We don't want no issues. We won't bring nobody in with issues. That's why we let McManus walk.
Yep.
So that was another reason why. That's another reason why that this particular team has like rejected the idea of bringing a Redskins name back.
Yep.
Right. Because Josh Harris, when he bought this team, he's just like, man, like he heard 1,000 negative stories about Daniel Snyder era, and he goes, I don't want any freaking drama. But guess what? We are right back in the drama.
We're right back in the drama. You basketball guy, you better listen to the fan base because I'm telling you right now, it's just me. Last year we got a little sweet taste of what it feel like to win, right? It was like boom, yes, we finally back in it. And then guess what? The curse. I'm telling you this thing till we get out of that stadium and we get the old name back. We're gonna go through this rinse and repeat cycle. Had one good season, 10 bad seasons.
He's afraid of the name.
10 bad seasons.
He's afraid of the name, though. And the other issue is that the trademark commission
they can't make no money. Yeah, they can't make no money.
So anyway, let's move on. Let's have some fun here, guys, because we want to be able. We just don't want to bad mouth and go crazy all freaking day because that's too easy. But let's go over. Large Sarge, you got one more freaking complaint to make, or what?
It was Justin Tucker, who's now back and available and signing with another team. Justin Tucker, we could have had.
Yeah.
There's no reason we shouldn't have made a play for that.
Still can.
Like, you still can. He's a free agent, isn't he?
No, he's signing.
Signing with who?
I forget. Somebody. It was somebody. I was like, wow. They just got the best kicker out there.
Hold on. Justin Tucker.
Yeah.
He did a workout with the Saints.
Saints, that's it. Saints.
And I don't understand a team bringing in a guy like Justin Tucker and say, we're going to give you a workout. Man, you're either going to sign to do it or not. Like, you're going to give him a workout? Justin Tucker, you're going to give him a workout? Like, really?
I wouldn't. I'd sign his butt. I'd lock him in. I'd put a football cap on his head and say, get me some football.
You see a private jet and then you have a contract waiting on the plane. You don't need a workout.
No. And then I'm going to tell you right now that that's New Orleans.
I'd be offended if I was Justin Tucker and you wanted me to give him a workout. I'm like, what? You want me to kick a ball through the thing? Like, what are you talking about? Workout.
You know why New Orleans is a good place for Justin Tucker? One, because it's down there. New Orleans sucks anyway, so he's a bright spot, right? But he's a piece that you could build around, right? Yeah. Like, okay, we already got our kicker here for the next 10 years. whatever case may be, and they don't care about no trouble and then stuff like that because you're in the Big Easy, baby. So trouble just flows down there anyway.
Well, but here's the one thing you got to consider: there's a hell of a lot of massage parlors in the Big Easy.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, well, let's get going here.
You might touch some of that Cajun spice and be right back where he started, suspended.
All right, guys. So here's some recommendations that I have as we kind of take a look forward. We've lost a lot of our opportunities, but I'm already trying to look ahead a little bit. So right now, according to Over the Cap, we have about $81.9 million. We're third in the NFL as far as available cap space. Ooh. We will, if we release or trade Marshawn Lattimore, which I highly recommend we do, we will save $18.5 million, which will bring our new cap number to over $100 million.
Number one, baby.
Of available cap space. We could go shopping, bro.
If Marshawn Lattimore is on this roster after the season, I ain't watching no games next year.
I'm telling you, there's no reason why we should pay that dude no $18.5 million.
I'm just letting you know. We should have got rid of him when he picked off Patrick Mahomes. Should have taken the phone right there.
Coach was right about that one. Coach called that one so clean it ain't funny.
I called it so clean, and I told you exactly what I do. They don't listen to me. So, for some reason, I know they watch the show, but they don't listen. So, anyway, we will have over $100 million to go shopping, man. And I'm telling you, with the 6 draft picks we have, we don't have a second or a fourth. I would tell you with my number 1 draft pick, it should be a relatively high draft pick because we're losing our butts off. I would trade down for more picks. We need youth at a lot of positions. So, if you can trade that number 1 out and pick up 2, 3, 4 picks, go for it and go for it. And then go bargain shopping in free agency for youth that you can develop. Now, I love what you said, Shaq. You talked about, and I know Lars Sargent said it too, is about having development, having guys who can coach guys up. So you need, when I look at who our quarterbacks coach is, it's come on, you need a new quarterbacks coach. When I look at guys that we have across the board, some of these coaches, I'm just who are you guys? You guys aren't trainers. You guys aren't guys who are going to develop players. So we need to bring in some quality position level coach. The only one I really like is Daryl Tapp on the defensive line. Daryl Tapp's a real deal. But when I look at some of these other guys, I'm no. We need to go get guys who we can develop.
He can't mentor Jaden Daniels. He's got to go. He's got to go. So
the other thing, it should be the easiest freaking job in the world.
Mariota should be the guy that does it, but
no, man. you keep saying it no.
I know. No. You need a guy who go out there and set up freaking cones and put together drills and say, this is the skills that you need to work on. Here's the slip and slide I bought you, and you're going to learn how to slide.
Slip and slide.
Right? And so, but anyway, I think Joe Witz is gone. I think Cliff Kingsbury is gone. I think this is a chance to rebuild this entire coaching staff, and this needs to be one of Adam Peters' priorities. And then 100%. We need to get young as a team and really build out a well-rounded football team with youth and depth. Yep. And with $100 million in free agency, that means you don't necessarily need to make the first 2 or 3 day free agency splash. You can wait till that first round kind of goes, and then you just start shopping. And you start bringing in guys that are just blue-collar, hard freaking hitting dudes defensively, and guys that that will fit your system and kind of go. And this is your opportunity, Adam Peters, because if you don't get this right, man, then everybody's going to be calling for you next.
And then I'm going to tell you right now, because y'all was talking about the coaching staff right here. What is Jaden Daniels going to learn from Tavita Pritchard and David Blow?
Nothing.
He
didn't learn anything last year. He brought his A game with him from college, and when he needed to have that, I'm telling you, Mariota has given Daniels more coaching than the quarterbacks coach has. Period.
No. Yeah,
so
it ain't it.
You need coaches though that can coach, and you need coaches specifically that can set up scenarios to develop. And so, like, I'm not impressed with any of these coaches at all, period, with the exception of Daryl Tapp. So, like, he'd probably be the only dude I would keep. Now, when I look at this, then my last thing is go. You got another one?
Yeah, Ken Norton Jr.
Oh yeah.
Ken Norton Jr. and Ryan
I
Kerrigan.
thought he left.
I don't know. He's still here.
Ken
I would
Norton
get
Jr., yeah,
because
good guy.
the linebackers have been kind of performing this year. So I would keep them. Now I'm gonna tell you the one person on here that I definitely would kick to the curb. That's Anthony Lynn because he's the running game coordinator and running backs coach. And I would definitely kick him to the curb.
I don't even understand the running back decisions that we made. Like, I don't understand, part of that's Adam Peters, but, he takes input from his position coach. I don't understand why we keep McNichols. I don't understand why we keep Rodriguez. I don't understand why we get B-Rob up for a 6th-round pick. Okay, congratulations, you got Bill. All right, you don't use him, but congratulations, you got him. So, like we need to really revamp the way that we go in our processes and how we do these things like that. And we need to place a greater emphasis on player development. And so, and I'm just not seeing that, right? So my last comment on it is hire me as your assistant GM, and we're all
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah. Coach Mad Mike for assistant GM. Absolutely.
Make it happen, man. And I will tell you, me and Adam Peters, man, we will have a lot of closed door sessions, but we're going to come out with a game plan.
And then not only that, right? So one of the things that I have disliked about Adam Peters, I enjoyed that he's bringing big names in, right? Whatever case may be. But he's trying to take the Bill Belichick approach to a team that needs to be rebuilt.
Mm-hmm.
It needs to be rebuilt, and he's trying to take the Bill Belichick nickel and diamond his way through and stuff like that, and it's just not working.
I'm disappointed because, like, when Adam Peters did his first interview, I actually saw something in him that I was like, ooh. Because they asked him a question like, hey, do you feel like that there's, like, some reporter asked him, do you feel like there's players on this team that are like the core players that you're going to be able to build around? He goes, and he had his long, awkward pause. He's just like, there's a couple guys. So that automatically told me, like, he was not impressed with this team or this roster at all to begin with. But then he started going over there, and it's just like he kept a lot of these guys anyway, and then he just started bringing the old dudes.
Yep. So, but one thing, we're not. But the one thing I can say, we cannot discount last year's draft. Not this year, this is past 2024 draft, because he brought in Jay Daniels, Johnny Newton, Sam Steele. Like he brought in this that was a masterclass of drafting.
But this year it seems like, man, he just really, really regressed. Like, he had his sophomore slump just like anybody else did. Like, we kind of knew like Jay Daniels will probably have a sophomore slump. We kind of knew that because of history that our head coach was going to have a sophomore slump. Dan Quinn that's just who he is, right? But But, like, usually you don't see a sophomore slump from a GM. No,
and I'm gonna tell you one of the things that really, really upset me, right? Because we seen when Cliff Kingsbury's like, "Hey, this is our guy, Connolly, right?" Watching the game yesterday, watching the Eagles-Cowboys game yesterday, the rookie Zurike is having a phenomenal rookie season, phenomenal, and he was on the board right there. He was right there on the board.
And we could have had him. And what was our number one need in the offseason?
Yep.
Defensive end.
We needed an edge. And he was right there. And I wasn't tracking Connolly at all.
No.
See, this should be a major learning lesson for Adam Peters. Like, you can listen to your coordinators, but that doesn't mean you got to do what they tell you.
It's not.
Right? So Cliff Kingsbury comes with something like, hey, I really, really like this right tackle. I'm like, well, admire him. Because we ain't getting him.
And then with Dan Quinn knowing what we need, knowing our needs, our concerns, we let Dante Fowler walk. We didn't have Von Miller at the time. Dorance Armstrong was going. I told y'all Cleveland Farrell was going to make this team. I told y'all this, right? So sitting right there, I'm the head coach. I'm a defense guy, and there's no way I'm taking Connolly in the first round. Connolly still would have been on the board in the third round.
Yeah, I think he would have been too, unless somebody else wanted to jump for him. But if someone else jumps for him, you let him take it. Because you know what? That wasn't something that we needed to use a first-round pick for.
Yep.
And you can't tell me he was the best player on the board.
He wasn't.
Like, so no matter if you go like, wait, it's the argument of need versus the argument of best available player. I'm sorry, that didn't fit either one of those bills.
No, it didn't.
So I don't get it. So anyway, we're going to take a look at our roster here. We're going to start with quarterbacks. We're going to go through our roster here. Who do we keep and who do we go? Obviously, Jane Daniels is the keeper, but to me, Josh Johnson, I don't even know why he's here.
I don't know either.
Yeah.
And what do y'all do about Marcus Mariota?
So
Absolute keeper. He's still got another good year. He's a great backup. He's one of the best in the league in his position. He's not too expensive. There's no dadgum reason in the world you don't keep him in, especially with Daniels being a chicken weakling.
I don't know.
Who are you going to get better at number 2? Who?
I mean, there are other players that fit the bill a little bit better. That I think are better than Mariota.
Bridgewater?
No, not Bridgewater. Tyron Taylor.
Nah. Mariota and Taylor.
So here's my philosophy behind a backup quarterback. I want somebody I can develop. All right. So like Marcus Mariota is going to be 33 years old next year. He's also going to cost this organization in excess of $10 million.
I think it's over 10. I thought it was 3 there, Coach.
No, he's going to be over $10 million next year. His market value. I think it's a little rich.
That's a little rich.
To me, like I agree with what you say as far as performance there, large Sarge, but to me, it's time to move on. It's time to get young. I want a young backup quarterback I can develop. Where if he develops to like star level material, he's trade fodder. Where I can pick up more in the draft.
You take one deep in the draft.
And so and maybe you just kind of see who falls out there, right? That's a backup quarterback. Sometimes quarterbacks have a rough stint on other teams, and so you see who becomes available. But my point is I think that Jane Daniels to me is the only one on this roster to keep.
But Coach, we're bass-ackwards, and we've been bass-ackwards for a while. The way to do it is to have your franchise quarterback who is the franchise quarterback who's established as a franchise quarterback. Not a one-off, pie-in-the-sky, record-setting year, and then
he's our franchise quarterback.
And then you bring you underneath to develop, right? We're bass-ackwards. You want to have Jay Daniels who ain't developed and bring a new guy who isn't developed either. There ain't nobody developing nobody.
So it's not up to a player to develop a player.
No.
It's up to a coach to develop a player.
We don't have to either.
So, but my point is you go get the quarterbacks coach that you need.
Yeah.
And you know what? There are good quarterbacks coaches at the college level that you go out there and you say, man, who are the best like quarterbacks coaches that are in the SEC who are like really got their act together? And I'm going to give them an opportunity to come up to the National Football League and work with Jane Daniels and whoever else I have young. And maybe the young guy who comes in is the one that this quarterback coach also coached in college.
I'm gonna tell you, I already got a guy in mind, and y'all hear me clearly. I already got a defensive guy in mind, Matt Patricia, right? I already got him in mind. And offensive coordinator, we need to be looking at Mike McDaniel's drunk butt or Zach Taylor, because Zach Taylor's not gonna be the coach in Cincinnati next year.
I think Zach Taylor's better than McDaniel. I'm not.
And then not only that, man. Look, but we gotta look at the body of work though. Look what he's doing with a mediocre Tua Tagovailoa. Look what you know what I'm saying. Look at how the offense bumps
whatever that shine he had on him his first 3 years, it's long got dull.
But now think about this though, right? Joe Burrow up there with no weapons. He had 0 weapons. Remember, Jamar Chase got hurt. T. Higgins was out for a minute, blah, blah, blah. Joe Burrow was still throwing for 350 yards. Zach Taylor knows what to do with these kind of quarterbacks, right? So I think we need a quarterback whisperer. Remember the Eagles head coach. He was before he went to Jacksonville, he was a quarterback whisperer, right? Yeah. He just knew what to do. He knew what to say, knew what to do, knew what the game plan.
Yeah, and I'm kind of with that train of thought too, right? Because Jane Daniels is our franchise quarterback.
Yeah.
Like we are building this program around him. Now, I will tell you, whoever we pick as an OC, RPOs need to freaking be thrown in a trash can. Do not freaking RPO this dude.
Why not bring in Doug Peterson? That's what I was thinking about. Why not bring Doug Peterson in?
I'm fine with Doug Peterson.
Yeah, why not bring Doug Peterson in?
Listen to me. Anyone we bring in is going to be better than what we got right now because this whole thing's got to change.
Not necessarily. There's some bad dudes out there.
Okay, there's some bad ones, but I'm just saying, all the change is good. A little change will do you good. Change.
I mean, there are some guys that are head coaches not going to be head coaches next year. I don't feel like Jonathan Gannon is going to be a head coach next year. He's another guy we can bring in. Like there are guys. Zach Taylor's not going to be. Kevin Stefanski is not going to be a head coach next year.
Yeah, I like him. I like.
There are guys that we can bring in.
So to me, when I'm talking about rebuilding the coaching room, this is Coach Mad Mike's thought process behind it. I want my number 2 to be an up and coming dude, right? Because if he gets to the point where he develops really good, where he needs a starting opportunity, and I still don't need him on my team, that is trade bait. Mm-hmm. That allows me to accumulate draft picks. I will tell you, I believe in draft picks, and you always want to be able to keep your draft capital high, right? You're not going anywhere with these old dudes, right? So it is time to me. Johnson makes no sense anyway, but Marcus Mariota needs to come off. We also have Sam Hartman on the practice squad, which we'll talk about later. We need to make a decision on that kid. Mm-hmm. Maybe we bring him to camp, but we need to bring somebody else.
Yep.
Right. All right, let's move on to running backs here. So here's what we've got currently on our running back aspect right now. I will tell you, when I look at this list, obviously Ja'Cory Cross-Merritt is on a rookie contract, right? So he's the guy we're going to build around. Jerry McNichols, Chris Rodriguez, all on 1-year deals. Their time is up. Do you bring either one of these dudes back?
No. My thing is, I think we talked about this before. Chris Rodriguez is a volume guy. I think if Chris Rodriguez was getting 20 to 25 touches a game, this would be a different discussion than we're having right now. Mm-hmm. When he was in Kentucky, he was a volume guy, right?
He's a volume guy.
He's a volume guy, 20 to 25 touches a game, and then we will see.
But our OPO system doesn't work that scheme. Right.
No.
So, again, this is a mismatch he's not a scheme fit to Cliff Kingsbury's offense, right? So then we have to ask the hard question. What kind of offensive coordinator are you going to bring in? And will Chris Rodriguez fit that scheme? Will he be a scheme fit for that? Because I will tell you, I agree, if you're going to feature him a little bit more, you can get that motor running, and you're going to get some productivity out of him. And maybe you bring him to camp to see. He's also putting on some weight at 224. He's almost a freaking fullback.
I do know this. That young rookie we got from Michigan on the practice squad.
Yep.
Let him get some run. Yeah, Donovan Edwards. Let him get some run.
I'm a little bit of a halfback whisperer from the Madden side of things, folks. From the Madden, and you can ask. I'm a slot whisperer and a halfback whisperer, and you can ask Coach Mad Mike. I proven it over and over again, and I took Edwards and elevated our franchise and elevated him to the number 1 RB. And what do we do, Coach Mad Mike?
Well,
let's Coach Mad on 1,000-yard season.
Well,
I can't play the guy the whole game because he gets over 100 yards in the first half.
But let's be real about it. I was one that brought you on to Edwards.
You did.
And he's good, right? So there's some opportunities there we could do it. But to me, when I look at this roster, McNichols and Rodriguez probably need to be gone. There's a chance you might bring Rodriguez back to camp, depending on what kind of offensive scheme that you think you're going to run. This team needs to do something that I don't think it's done in probably over a decade. You need to start building towards a scheme fit. And you need to know what kind of coach that you want, what kind of systems you want. And if you know that as a head coach, or you know that as a GM, you say, I'm going to hire coaches and I'm going to hire players to the scheme that I want run.
Yeah. So you
get everything to match. You can't have all this mixed match crap going on.
Right. So here's what we need in this running back room, okay? I need a scat back, a guy who can jump cut, right? And I need a power back.
That's the
guy that's power back.
So look, hear me out, right? Since we're talking about running backs, right? There were 3 running backs we had the opportunity to pick up this year for cheap. Kareem Hunt, Jake
That's true.
Dobbins,
Yep.
you know what I'm saying? Dobbins and Nick Chubb.
Yep.
Three
But
guys
Shaq,
that we could have got
we
them for
didn't need
cheap.
to pick up anyone. We had B-Rob as our power back, and we could have gone with Bill as the scat back and Rodriguez as the third, the change of pace guy, kind of in the middle of both of them, right? Could have done that. And kept Edwards in the wing and build him up.
So you're right, Lord Sarge, but this team doesn't think that way.
I know.
So Cliff Kingsbury's RPO system
I know.
doesn't work that way. So like that's the reason why, like, if you want to build a team that way, you have to match coaches with you got to match your whole team with the same ideal. So like I don't know what Adam Peters' real ideal is, right? Because he started off in Seattle, then he went to San Fran. San Fran runs things different than Seattle ran his thing, and then he came here. So I never really truly understood where Adam Peters' overall structure of what he's trying to build. I don't even know.
Well, look, but this is the thing right here, though. If you look at Seattle, because he was up there with Pete Carroll, right?
Yeah,
he made the right coaching decisions, right? And he built winning dynasties up there. He went up there and turned crap to gold. He did the same thing, and now Shanahan is out there in San Francisco still eating off of the moves that that Adam Peters made. So
but he was an assistant in Seattle, and he was an assistant in San Francisco. This is his first full-time GM job. Where he's the man. And so, like, I question a little bit. I might be wrong, but I just question if he's ever really truly defined out of all the systems that he saw how he envisions a team and how to build it. Because I think there's something to saying, what kind of scheme do I want? Because if I know how I envision a team to look, I can start hiring the right kinds of coaches, the right assistant coaches, and then I can start bringing in the right kinds of players. Everything needs to match.
Yeah.
Right. And that way you can say, this is the philosophy of how we're going to run our football program. This is who we are. This is who we might not be there today, but this is who we're going to be. And we're going to sustain this for a long time.
We're going to build towards it.
I'm going to build towards it.
Yep.
Every piece, I'm going to ask myself, does it fit? If it doesn't fit, I don't care how good you are, you don't fit.
You're out of there.
So I don't know if that's been defined. And so
doesn't look like it.
And so I have a hard time a little bit. So
and then they got to bring some dudes in with grit, man. With some grit. Our linebacker coach should be Lawrence Taylor.
Well, look at the linebackers. Yeah. We're run out of time. All right. Wide receivers here. This is the wide receivers we have on the book. Hey, I'm sorry, but we are married to Terry McLaurin for at least 2 years. His contract is unfavorable. The way that we structured it, we have no choice but to live with Terry McLaurin for the next 2 years. So he ain't going nowhere. Yep. What we got to figure out is what do we do with everybody else? I will tell you, out of this list, I love Treylon Burks.
Yep.
I love Jalen Lane.
Yep.
And I'm not so sure about Debo with his contract. Let me look at it here real quick. But while
Coach, while you're doing that look up, I'm going to disagree with you about Treylon. I like Treylon when Treylon is in the game. Treylon he is so stinking. He's already missed a game due to a broken finger. Instead of wrapping it up and playing, he's out. I love him across the middle. He runs a good route and he's a big body. I like the idea of a Treylon Burks. It's Lane who I think is the future.
No. Let's not forget Treylon Burks was a first-round draft pick, man.
I know.
But sometimes we just like we talk about Emmanuel Forbes, he was a first-round draft pick. Sometimes they need to go somewhere a fresh start. And this
franchise, and he's a beast. He has an injury history.
I'm just saying,
the other team, but with us already.
Hey, listen. Here's what I like about Treylon. Number one, he's 25. Number two, I don't care if you have a couple little injuries. And to me, if you broke your hand, I don't expect you to catch. Well, it's just
a finger.
I still don't expect you to catch an NFL ball with a broken finger. So no, dude. This is, it's one thing if you're a linebacker or you're something like that.
Wide receivers need to block.
wide receivers have got to be able to catch football.
Catch the ball. Yeah.
So
They gotta
like,
block,
let's
too.
just be reasonable. Let's just be reasonable. So to me, I keep Treylon Burks because he's also cheap, right? And
he's in.
I just looked Deebo Samuel's contract up. We saved zero money by cutting him. And he will come at a $12 million cap penalty if we get rid of him. So he stays.
Yeah, he's a keeper. Those three
Deebo is a keeper. Terry's a keeper. Jalen's a keeper. I think Treylon Burks is a keeper. So that's 4.
And
They-
Jacoby Jones, right?
Jacoby Jones is older.
No,
I'd get rid of him.
Jacoby Jones is a rookie.
Wait.
The receiver.
Yeah, he's
He's a rookie.
He's right.
He's an undrafted free agent from UCF.
but and we'll get to those who are on the practice squad here in a minute. But Chosen and Moore, they need to go.
Yep.
They're just too old, right?
Yep.
They
You
were
think
gas
Moore
stops.
needs to go? You really think Moore needs to go, or is he a development guy?
No, he
Oh,
gotta
he's
go.
42 years old. He's gone.
He's
I had
gone.
him backwards. I had Jones and Moore backwards. All right, yeah.
Yeah, no, he's gone.
He's gone. Yeah, 32. You see you later.
All right, so then we get to our tight ends, right? So to me, this needs to be a rebuild position.
Yeah.
It needs to be a complete rebuild position. I'm not sold on Ben Sinnott. We can bring him into camp, but I'm not sold on him. And Bates will be old. He's really a fullback at this particular point in his career. And then Zach Ertz, he needs to go ahead and put in
Retire.
his retirement paperwork.
Yeah, he need to go ahead and retire. So
All right.
now John Bates is the best blocking tight end in the NFL.
Yeah. So, I mean, he's kind of like our fullback.
He's got a use. He's got a use.
So now let's look at tackles. All right. Brandon Coleman, he's borderline bust, but he needs another offseason. We need to try to still revive. He's 25 years old. He's still on a rookie contract, so we keep him going. We're stuck with Josh. We got him. I think it will turn out okay. He's a keeper. To me, Fant needs to go.
He can go.
To me, Trent Scott, I think we're not using him.
But but he is an asset.
Yeah, but he'll be 32 next year. I think he'll be a camp body. We'll see what he can do.
Yep.
Tunzel, we're stuck with him for at least one more year. We're married to his contract. And Sam Cosmi, we're married to his contract. Of course, once he gets healthy, he'll be all right.
Yeah.
Fant's got to go.
Fant.
All right, so that brings us to our centers and guards. Looking pretty stinking bad. I will tell you, I do not like
Allegretti.
Tyler, badass. I don't like Allegretti. I really don't like Chris Paul. And I'm not a huge fan of Andrew Wiley. I would freaking start all over.
No,
We need it.
Come on, man. You got to let Wiley live, man. Come on, man. You've been kicking this back in. And Allegretti. I understand Allegretti. But come on, man. And Andrew Wiley.
Allegretti, bad spaghetti.
Yeah, he can go.
What do you like about Andrew Wiley? Really?
Yeah, that
Wiley's
makes
okay.
He
Yeah,
doesn't
Wiley's
grade out
okay.
that well.
As a backup.
The only thing that I like about Andrew Wiley is his versatility. You can plug him in at tackle, guard,
Yeah, that's
on either
useful.
side of it. He's a versatile player, but other than that, he doesn't really do anything well.
Yeah. Be better than everybody else on this list.
But you need a guy like
Yeah,
that.
but this
When you
list
have
is-
injury or a guy's got to take a break, you need someone to plug in that ain't going to completely break down your offense, you know?
Yeah, so let me check real quick on Wiley.
What about Biotish? You hate him?
Oh,
So,
badass.
Wiley is not on a contract, so we would actually have to sign Wiley back for next year.
Oh, yeah, let him walk.
Tyler Badash needs to go. He's horrible. Nick Allegretti, absolutely atrocious. Chris Paul, he's like a Band-Aid.
He's hit or miss.
Yeah, very, very hit or miss. He's like putting
Hit
a
or miss.
Band-Aid on a major injury is just like not a good thing all the
Yeah.
time.
Yep.
Right? So like this is a problem area on our offensive line.
Mm-hmm. Center,
And
yeah.
we really don't have anything that's on here. Like the only
Jake needs someone
guard-
he can count on and grow with, you know, at
yeah,
center.
and all these guys are getting up there, so it's just like you really got to rebuild. So it's an area to go shopping, right? So let's go to defensive end, and you know I freaking can't stand any of our defensive ends.
Well, Armstrong's okay.
Yeah, I mean, he was having before he got
Armstrong's
hurt.
okay.
He was having a good season before he got hurt. So yeah.
Armstrong's he might not be the number one. We still need to get an edge rusher, but Armstrong's okay.
I will tell you,
I like Jacob
Armstrong.
Martin.
Armstrong will be on this team next year because he will cost us more than it would be just to keep him. So Armstrong's not going nowhere. I will tell you, he needs to be a backup.
Yes. I like Jacob Martin.
Jacob Martin, the thing is he's going to be up for a contract too. And my concern about him is because he's kind of slightly been producing. He'll be 30 years old, and it's that dangerous category where you can get stuck in an inflated contract.
Yeah.
And I don't like that.
Yep.
I don't fall for inflated contracts. So like my going in answer would be like, I like you, but no.
Yep.
Jalen Holmes
I
and
agree with
Preston
Coach.
Smith.
I see him do it. I see him do it. How he does this, and he's right all the time.
I don't do inflated contracts.
2 years, $8 million.
Nope.
Now, nope. 30. See ya.
Gone.
I agree with Coach 100%.
If I can bring you in on a league minimum for 1 year, I might do that.
Yeah, like that. Yeah.
2 years, $8 million.
That's way too much to put in
Way
that
too
position,
much.
that person. Way too much.
So
Shaq, I've seen the man do this. I've seen the man do this, and he is a soothsayer, a whisperer at this thing. Believe me, the man has a point.
I would say I would let him sit out there. I would be scanning the field, and I'd be going for somebody younger.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I would. I'd be going for somebody younger.
Too old.
He will be 30 years old. I am not spending $4 million a year on a 30-year-old dude.
Nope. Done.
You can't crack a starting lineup.
Not on a team when we're rebuilding. That doesn't happen. Nope.
So now we're going to defensive tackles. And I'm telling you, like Johnny Newton, great. Deron Payne, we are married to for at least 1 more year.
1 more year, yeah.
Ken Law, I'm sorry, we're married to him for like the next 3 years.
Yep.
Because we got ourselves into this.
But okay.
Eddie Goldman,
Let him walk.
buddy, goodbye.
Goodbye. Let him walk.
Let him walk. We need another defensive tackle to add to this mix.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what we need to be shopping for.
Don't we need 2? Don't we need 2, guys?
Typically,
we need one. We need 4 and then a backup, right?
Yeah, maybe 1 on the practice squad.
Right.
There'll be guys that are out there. I would say go young. All right. So then we get to our linebackers. I do not like our linebacker core at all. I will tell you, guys that I think that have promise to me. I'm going to give you the 2 names that are in the middle: Jordan McGee and Kane Medrano.
And Ali Congo too. He just don't be getting no burn.
Like you keep saying that, and I'm trying to look for stuff on this kid.
Yeah.
I'm digging and I'm digging. I don't see enough on this kid to know that he has anything.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I would bring him to camp on a league minimum, but like I would need to see something in the offseason because I surely didn't see it this year.
Yeah. I think he'd be a nice young piece to build around. But Bobby Wagner probably gonna retire. Von Miller, we better not re-sign Von Miller. You know
Von Miller needs to go ahead and retire too.
Yep. So
they need to turn in their papaperwork together.
Yep.
Hey, gentlemen, we got a new viewer. I want to send a shout out to my neighbor, Richard. Richard, thank you for watching.
Hey, Richard. All right.
Thank you. We appreciate you being a new football site fan.
Yep. But yeah, what's the name? I think, but out of this linebacker core, there is a young nucleus there. And then one of the things I like about this young nucleus is that they had the tutelage of Bobby Wagner, one of the best linebackers ever do. He's number 2 in the league in tackles right now. He's one of the best linebackers that ever played this game. So
you think he has 1 more year in him? Do you think he has 1 more?
I mean, at the level he's playing at right now, he could.
And he's not hurt. So, I mean, if he gets hurt, I say no, he's out, right? But if he's healthy, if he loves the game that much,
then it's an office call, and you ask him, "What do you want to do, man?"
Right. And hell, if he wants to get out of the game, bring him back as a linebackers coach for Cremonetti.
People don't come back as coaches.
I know you keep telling me. I know, but you try.
Listen, you know how much those guys make?
I know nothing.
They make like $250K.
It's for the love of the game.
No. You do the love for the game when you watch and they bring you on as a guest
I know,
host on our show.
I know.
I'm like, coaches work insane hours, dude.
Luvu, and I love me some. Was it Maccabee?
No. I'm gonna tell you this. Louvu.
Louisville will be back next year because
He will be back, but man, he's walking on eggshells because he really ain't been producing this shit.
he really hasn't. But like the
Had a
way
good
that
game. He had a good last game. He had a good game. He's been on and off. He's been on and off.
right. So the way you got to approach Louisville of this is in the off season. You got to be like, listen, we're going to be young in our linebacker core. You're the linebacker captain in the room.
Yep.
You're going to have to step up.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to have to be the leader. Bond's gone. Bobby's gone.
Yeah.
Nick's gone. It's you, buddy. You're the guy. Everybody else is going to be like 7 or 8 years younger than you. So you're like Papa in the room. And you're going to have to get all these pups in line. So you're going to have to step up and lead by example. Right?
Yep.
What do you think about McGee and Medrano, man? I like both of them.
Yeah, Medrano and McGee are both guys that you build around. And I'm not sure about Cahill. I'm going to take your word for it, Shaq.
Yeah,
we definitely bring him in, and I think
him and Medrano
was the market for another linebacker.
Him and Medrano was linebackers at UCLA together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, so next we bring us the corner. We're looking kind of thin because Amos is on IR. But Amos and Sinistril is really the only two guys we got.
And you're going to cut corners. Yeah, you're going to cut Lattimore. So
I'm going to try to trade Lattimore.
Yeah.
We're not going to get nothing for him.
We're not going to get nothing.
I know, but like I'm going to go in the off season trying to get something.
You're like a 7th round or something.
And I'll go all the way around, all the way up to draft day, trying to get rid of him for something.
Yep.
Right. And then it went at the last minute when I have to have him cut to free up the salary cap space that I need. Then he's just going to walk. He's not going to be on the roster. But if it only takes one team to believe that he has some value.
Tennessee, send him to Tennessee.
Right. And
somebody's going to pick him up for the name. Somebody will pick him up.
How many players that we have that leave this team and then they go be successful somewhere else? Marshawn Lattimore might go somewhere and be successful.
Yeah, it could happen. Of course it would, because it's us.
I don't care. I don't care as long as he's gone.
Yep.
So if you can convince one team around the National Football League, whether it be the Titans or freaking the Saints or whoever, to take them back, you say, hey, listen, I gave you the moon to get him. I only want like a 7th round pick for you to have him back. They might take it.
I'm going to tell you who could use him because their secondary is terrible. The Bengals, their secondary is terrible. Their defense is terrible.
I don't know. You had terrible to terrible. It sounds like more of a terrible to me.
When you're picking in the 6th or 7th round, like how much do you know a college kid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where you might be able to say, give me a 6th or 7th for Marshawn Lattimore.
Yeah, absolutely.
And a team might go, You only need one to take it.
Yep.
Right?
So Coach, so based on how you started this, and we're rebuilding, and we're going to just say, screw it. We're taking our number one. We're trading down to bring in some more picks. Obviously, at corner, it's our weakest group overall, right?
No.
You don't think so?
No. With Sinistro and with Amos, I think you have two solid pieces there to build around. And
we got young core, yeah.
And Noah Igbenogany, even though I'm not a huge fan of him, he's only 25. Like, as a depth guy, he's not like, okay, I can live with you until I find somebody better.
You don't think this is a high draft priority position?
It's been our high draft priority for 5 years, and we haven't gotten it right. We drafted
exactly.
No, we got Amos, we got Sinistro, but I can't keep burning top round draft picks on freaking corners. I've got to move to other positions.
So you think this is what we should save the salary cap for and bring in some older talent?
No,
not older talent.
I'm not saying over 30. I'm just saying bring in some talent.
Some veteran talent, yeah.
Veteran.
I'm talking about a guy who's like 26, 27 years old, who I know I can have that's proven in the NFL, who is not like a high stock player, but who's solid.
Yeah.
Okay. That's how you would do this?
Yeah.
Yes.
And
because you're trying to fill so many holes, I'm just looking for solid football players that you can coach them up, get them to work together, and sometimes once you get that gelling,
make some magic.
if you're just solid across the board, you're going to perform well.
And we're not talking about bringing in no old Jonathan Jones, no old Will Harris. We ain't talking about bringing none of these.
No. When I'm saying old, veteran's the right word. Somebody who's in the league but is under 30, under 27.
Yeah, I'm thinking like
3-year deal or 4-year deal.
Thinking 26, 27-year-old veterans in there, and then obviously you're looking, the free agency wire, what's going on out there, and you're just paying attention. Like most of these general managers have boards on just about everybody. Yep. So like you have an idea of what you're potentially going to buy, right? But Hamilton and Jones gone.
Yeah.
All right. So then we move on to safeties. Actually, I'm okay with. I really like Tyler Owens. I think we should keep him. Quan Martin, he's on contract. We're good with him.
Yeah, but
he's not going nowhere. But I'm sorry, it's time for Jeremy Reeves to move on. Darnell Savage, it's time for you to go.
Time to go. Yeah. Revo and Quan Martin. I don't know, man. I wouldn't be upset if we cut him because he's been slacking.
Right, he's on and off. Right, he's on and off.
But the thing is like who are you going to get to replace him? Because Quan Martin played well when he had a complement. When Jeremy Chin was back there, he played a lot better than when he didn't have that complement.
Yeah.
So you don't gain much by cutting him because he's on contract next year and he's actually cheap. So like to me, you keep
Makes
him.
sense.
If anything, if you find somebody better, you keep Quan Martin as a backup.
Yep.
Special teams.
So I don't let talent like that walk. He's talented. So
only talent he has is getting truck sticked by quarterbacks. This man's been trucked by. I think there's six or seven different quarterbacks that ran him over this year.
Not been trucked by 6 or 7 quarterbacks.
Man, 6 or 7 quarterbacks.
Oh my God!
Man. It's only happened one time, man.
If it's 6 or 7, if it's 6 or 7, it's 8 or 9.
It only happened once.
Jordan Love did it. Russell Wilson did it.
Yeah.
Russell
Wilson.
Yes, he got trucked by Russell Wilson. He did. He did. Hey,
call you out on some video footage on that, man.
Yes.
It was embarrassing.
All the times he's been ran over by quarterbacks. We really need to put this footage together because it's been a lot.
That's why you gotta watch the show, man. Because I'm telling you, man, it gets deep around here, man. I'm telling you. So like Tyler Owens, I would keep him. I think he's got a lot of promise. Quan Martin, you just need to get somebody who will complement him. I would even compromise by saying let's keep him because he's cheap, and if you find somebody better, let Quan Martin be the backup.
Yeah, he makes a great backup. Yeah, he's a great plug-in.
So let me ask y'all this, right? So we know now. Say we do keep Marshawn Lattimore. How would y'all feel about him moving to like a hybrid safety linebacker position or to safety?
Nope.
No,
I don't.
Lattimore's got to go. He's got to go. It's way too much money for a guy who doesn't even look for the ball.
I can't believe the man who's been saying overpay St. Juice all year would even make a comment like that. Are you okay? Overpay St. Juice is who we're talking about, man.
I don't say he can go, but I'm just saying if he does stay on this team,
then you hand him a mop.
He's got to go. It's way too much money. He's got to go.
$8.5 million?
Yeah,
he got to go.
You're a cap casualty on your price tag alone. And guess what? That 18.5, because it came through a trade, is a 0 cap penalty hit. There is no way on earth I keep this dude on this roster.
No.
Yeah, he got to go.
I'm either trading him or I will cut him just to save the 18.5 because I can get like 4 or 5 players for 18.5.
Yep.
And you don't think I can find a player that can do 500 freaking PIs? Those are easy.
There's plenty of those guys out there.
Plenty of them.
Yep.
I can go out there and do that. I can hold on to somebody. Hey, don't run past me. Let me grab you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just tackle them. As soon as they come, just tackle them.
I'm not going to get beat. I'm going to tackle them from the line of scrimmage.
Oh, my God.
I'm just saying.
That's too funny.
Oh
yeah, totally agree with you on that, guys. Totally agree. Lattimore's just got to go.
All right. So this might
We need to get, man, if we can get a 7th, or if we're think our lucky stars can get a 6th-round pick, that would be the best thing in the world.
just take it and run, man.
Yeah.
Because
Take
it's
it
a
and
bad
run.
deal. Take it and run is a bad deal. But most important thing is free up the freaking money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
$18.5 million is a lot of money when you're trying to rebuild a program.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
I like the idea of going into the offseason with over $100 million to spend.
Yeah.
That is like a juicy situation. Where it's like,
Right.
oh my gosh, I could actually build a football team.
Got options.
I would actually love to be hired to go help Adam Peters.
But you know,
knowing that we have $100 million because I would be like, dude, we have such a phenomenal opportunity right now.
It's a good thing, Coach, and it's a bad thing because you know what? When agents get the word that you got $100 million to spend, all of a sudden, all the players they represent go up in price.
It doesn't matter.
Jeremy Tunsil, prime example.
Everybody knows that anyway. There's no secrets. Everybody
Yeah.
knows exactly how much money everybody has. It's open source information. So you're going to have that, and everything's marketed. Everybody's price tags are inflated, right? That's why you don't bite too early.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, everybody wants to play football.
Yeah, that's true.
And you're just competing with 31 other teams with their, for their services.
Yeah.
Right. To get them to come in. So, but anyway, that's why you go for that talent that people are just not jumping at the bit to go get. Right. Stay away from the big splashy names. We don't need that.
Yeah.
We need a bunch of solid football players across the board, which is why I showed you all these slides, because you saw every single position. We need people.
Yeah.
Right.
So then
we come to our specialists here. Tyler Ott will be 34. Tress Way will be 36. Both of those guys. And do you think we're really sticking with Jake Moody? Come on, dude.
We need to bring Justin Tucker in, man.
So, all these guys are going to be I don't know. Tress Way's first ballot Hall of Famer. He might do another year. You never know about Tress, but and I'm okay either way. But eventually, we're going to need a new punter.
I feel bad for guys like Tress Way, man. He was so phenomenal throughout his whole career, and he never got a chance to make it to the Super Bowl, stuff like that. It's just certain players, man. You just want to see go somewhere and win. You know what I mean?
He's been a Redskin for 12 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, he's definitely a keeper if he'll hang on for another year. Sign him to a 1-year deal, see how it goes.
He's
a 1-year deal every year, right?
Yeah.
At this particular point in his career, you just ask Trey every year, hey, you want to come back for another one? Yeah, okay, I'll sign you. But sooner or later, he's going to be like, nah, I'm done.
I'm done. Yep.
Right? You just never know.
The money with the way this team is losing, the money don't even be worth it.
No, because when it comes to punters at his value, it's going to be about $2 million. You might bump it up to 2.2 to convince him to stay, but you don't want to overpay for a punter.
Yep.
Right. So that's about where his value is, no matter what. So, it's going to be between 2 and 2.5. So anyway, here's our injured reserve guys. Obviously Trey Amos right here, Noah Brown. I don't even know why we keep guys on injured reserve if we don't have a need to keep them. If you are in the final year of your contract, this is a part that I have a problem with Adam Peters and some of these GMs, right? Because if you have a guy in the final year of their contract, every contract is written with an injury clause
in it. Yep.
Right, where you can do an injury settlement and get them off your roster. Why do you keep paying somebody beyond injured reserve on the final year of their contract? Do you really believe you're going to convince them to be around next year? Why would we do that with Noah Brown? Explain that one to me. Why would we do that with Austin Eckler?
Hey,
why would we do that with Will Harris?
All three of them gone. Get them out of here.
They need to be gone. Drake Jackson, I definitely want back. Tyree Jackson, not so sure.
No, yeah.
I can get 10 Tyree Jacksons on free agency. So I don't need him. The only one on here besides Trey Amos is Drake Jackson.
Drake Jackson. Because he's a nice young defensive end.
And he's solid.
Solid. Got good motor with him. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's not like anybody else is jumping at the bit to go get him. But he's one of those guys he's one of those solid football players that I like. He's young and he's solid.
Yeah. And it did not only that. Technically he could be playing already. They could pull him off the IR because he's in the 21-day window.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and then we got to finish up because we're over time, right? So
Monday Night Football's coming on, baby.
we got Javonte Jean-Baptiste. Of course, he's going to be back. Marshawn Lattimore just 18.5. I need that padding to my salary cap. You are gone. Hopefully, I can get a pick for you, but you're gone either way. Luke McCaffrey, he's fine. He's still on the rookie deal. He's got to get healthy. Lucas Niang needs to be gone. He's just not good.
Get your
White,
Wise,
just not good. He needs to be gone. And that's your football team. That's your football team. If you notice, every single position needs work. Every single position we need.
Every group.
Yep. Every single group, there's an opportunity with 100. This is my campaign. This is the whole. I built this whole show around this. $100 million. We've been through the roster. There is such a great opportunity in this offseason to pull our head out of our you know what and build a solid football team.
That's right.
Around a franchise quarterback. We bring in you figure out what kind of systems you want to run. You hire the right kind of coaches, the right kind of assistants for that, and you start bringing the right kind of players for your scheme.
Yep.
And let's go, baby.
Let's go. Hell,
that is our show, guys. Next game is the Denver Broncos. Believe me, I expect us to get our butts spanked. And it really doesn't matter anyway because our season's over. Denver, have fun kicking our butt because we're looking for it. But that's football psych, baby. We're out of here. Peace.
peace, hell.